Hello, everybody. We are live. We have some massive breaking news in the world of Vancouver Canucks. Let me get this set up for you guys right now. Just give me 1 second. We have some huge news. Conor Garland has been traded to the Columbus Bluejackets. To the Columbus Bluejackets, and we are now getting kind of what's kind of happening and what do we get for Conor Garland. It's all breaking as we speak. We don't know the years as of quite yet, but Conor Garland has been traded to the Columbus Bluejackets pending trade call. Conor Garland for a second-round pick and a third-round pick. We don't know what year it is quite yet, but it looks like Conor Garland has been traded to the Columbus Bluejackets for a second and third round draft pick. Give me 1 second while we get some more information on this deal. This is literally breaking as we speak. So just give me a quick second here, guys, while we do this completely live, right? So we are doing this completely live on the fly. So just give me 1 sec, all right, guys? While we get this going. But yeah, pretty crazy. What did you guys think about the deal? Second and third round pick. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let's go into the comments. Give me 1 sec. Almost done here. All right. Let's get this going here. Should be ready to go. All right. Comments. Let's go. Second and the third. Fully expect to get Laine tomorrow. I don't think that's going to be the case. It's a second and third round draft pick. By the way, let me know what you guys think about the trade. As this is happening, by the way, I'm going to be getting some of the more updated information. Right now, I have double monitor kind of set up right here. We don't know which years it is quite yet. I do wonder. I'm going to quickly look now. Let's go. Let me actually go to Puckpedia here. Look at the Columbus Bluejackets. Let's see if they even have a draft pick for this season in the second round and third. They do. They have the St. Louis Blues second rounder, and they have 2 third rounders as well. So we're going to find out probably in the next few minutes what's actually going to be the full package here. But yeah, that's breaking as a thing. Mike says, nice. They say second and third isn't that low. Second and third. They have the St. Louis second, nothing other than that until 2028. That's so mid. Honestly, think we could have got more. Guys, like, you look at this trade, there was obviously a major part of it, and that was the fact that Conor Garland's next contract was going to kick in. He was going to have a full no-trade clause for the next 6 years. For the next 6 years. So let's take a look here. Let's see if there's anything else updated here. Thomas Drance just said, here we go. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. All right. Put this up on the screen. Drancer. All right, the second round draft pick coming back to the Vancouver Canucks for Conor Garland is the Columbus Bluejackets pick in 2028. 2028. No word yet on any sort of retention. That's going to be a huge part of this trade. And you know what? Going into this, I thought maybe there was a small chance we'd get a first rounder for him if we retain something. I don't think they want to retain. I don't think there is retainment on this quite yet. We don't know what year the third rounder is in quite yet either, by the way. This is literally breaking as we speak. So Rick Dollywall just tweeted 55 seconds ago. Let me get this up on the screen. 55 seconds ago. There is no salary retention in the trade. So, guys, we have a 2028 second rounder. We don't know what the third rounder is. There's no retention in the trade. Conor Garland is officially gone to the Columbus Bluejackets. Well, let's go into the comments, guys. By the way, if you guys can do me a huge solid, leave a like on this while this is breaking. Also, subscribe, man. We do Canucks content all the time. We're a freaking awesome group here. It is a great community. I would love to hear you guys leave a comment there. Let's take a look and see what people think. only a second and third. Myers got a second and a fourth. It's because of the contract, right? Conor Garland signed for another 6 seasons. If they thought he wasn't going to live up to that contract, or they even had any doubt, that's why they didn't get a little bit more for this deal. The fact that there's no retention kind of proves that point. Second and third rounder, you know what? I actually said this on my last stream. I thought they were going to get a second and third rounder or a couple of seconds. So this matched up pretty much exactly where I thought it was going to match up. Am I the only one who thinks they're underwriting guys like Kane and Bluger? Well, Bluger's probably going to get traded tomorrow. Columbus second, yeah. I'm happy that I'm convinced that Cash passed. Oh, okay, I don't know any sort of politics stuff. Gerard, hey Doodle, what's up, man? Should have gotten Kent Johnson. That's someone I was praying and hoping for, but that's didn't look like it's going to happen. There's no retention. Vancouver Canucks are starting to break apart. Poor man Johnny Hockey, no retention, no retention. Retaining would mean they'd have to retain on his next contract too. That was never an option. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What a joke. If Dickinson got a first, Garland should have been worth $2. Remember, the difference in that whole trade is Mangiapane went the other way. He signed for another year. That's like $3+ million in cap space on top of that, right? They also got a decent young 23-year-old, hard-hitting kind of forward there in that deal. Not saying that deal was a good deal, but like that's why. The difference is we're giving up potentially like $6+ million in cap space, and we're getting a second and third. If we did that Dickinson deal, yeah, we'd get a first. It'd be conditional, but we'd also have an extra $3 million plus Conor Garland in this scenario. But just to let you know, what are your thoughts on the Canucks acquiring Jack Thompson? Don't know too much about it. Let's focus on Garland for now. Good deal. Wow, that's some tidy work, but it's 2028. Can that be 27 at least? Should have been at least the first. Good deal for my Canucks. Vic Dallas is here. No retention is really big, especially with the extension signed. Jude is not a fan, so bad. What do you think happens tomorrow? Who goes, who stays? Honestly, I think Teddy Bluger is pretty much a foregone conclusion. He's going to be gone, or he's going to get extended. I hope he's going to be gone. I don't think extension makes any sense right now since they announced that we're going to be rebuilding, unless it's like a 1-2 year deal with absolutely no trade protection, or you can flip them the next year. But still, I don't think that makes sense. I say you trade him. I don't know if Kane's going to get traded. Apparently, no one's interested in Kane. You know, there was, I think it was Kuzma mentioned that David Kampf's getting a little bit of attention, and Drew O'Connor is getting some attention. So you could potentially have Drew O'Connor, right, and Teddy Bluger be the next guys moving tomorrow. David Pagnotta did mention that Jake DeBrusk was also a name that he's been hearing. So is it possible that the Vancouver Canucks trade Tyler Myers, who had term, Conor Garland, who had a lot of term, and potentially Jake DeBrusk as well? Like, you know, a lot of people said, hey, are we going to rebuild? Is this team serious about rebuilding? This is a very serious rebuilding move. Not because we got crazy value back. It's because we did trade a very long-term contract. We've got some extra cap space now. If they want to buy some cap, buy some players right now for draft picks, I think that would be a really good idea. Weaponize that cap space. That's something I would like to see. I don't see the Canucks had any choice in this trade, but the Canucks are giving up a heart and soul guy. Yeah, man, Conor Garland was a fan favorite here in Vancouver, man. He ripped it up. Like for a long period of time. When I mean ripped it up, I don't mean like he's putting up 100 points, but the guy was giving a ton of effort, right? Like this season statistically wasn't his best year, as we know, but Conor Garland, you know what you're going to get with him, man. He busts his ass every single night. The guy was clearly, but, you know, ever since Quinn left, maybe he hasn't been going as hard, but still, you know, I think Columbus are going to be very happy with Conor Garland. We are going to miss him. We are going to miss Conor Garland. Like this guy did put in a lot of effort out there, and he's an undersized guy to put that much effort. You know, we're going to miss the guy. We are. I did not expect them to get a first. Yep. Thoughts on the thing? I don't know right now as of yet. See ya later, Garland. BML, what's up, man? Canucks started whiffing, but they didn't add Sherwood to the Quinn Hughes deal and got Wallstead back. I heard they won't retain on Bluger. Well, right now, we have, one more retainment slot, right? And if you're going to trade Evander Kane, you have to retain. If anybody's going to pick him, no one's going to pick him for that full contract. There's no chance. That's for sure. Who's going to be on the team going forward? But that's a fantastic question. I guess Atu Ratu is going to be finally back in the lineup here. I would assume so, even though he's a center. But he could play wing too. You can always move guys around. Sasson, right? Another bad signing from Alvina. Yes, the Vancouver Canucks had Jack Thompson for. Yeah, well, the guy actually put up pretty decent numbers in the NHL. So, but there's not really much there. Jet Wu, though, heart and soul guy in Abbey, man. Kane was getting no attention. Wouldn't he have been on waivers, terminate his contract, and try sign? I don't know, man. The thing is, it doesn't seem like a lot of people want Evander Kane right now. Who are going to be the captain next year? Leading contender right now is Hronek, but it doesn't look like there's any confirmed anything's happening when it comes to. Let me put the trade back up here for you guys. For potentially captaincy. But guys, chat, let me know, man, right there on the side. What do you think about the trade? Maybe I'll make a poll question, actually. I think that would be a good idea. I'm going to put a poll question up right now on YouTube. I can't do it on Twitter at the same time, guys. So let me just put this up on YouTube real quick. YouTube right now. Click that. Start a poll. Here we go. Do you like... Wait. Let's go. Who won? What do you guys think? Who won the... Oh, do you like it? Let's go. Do you like the Garland trade? Let's go. Yes, no, not sure. No, I'll bet no, not sure. Hated it. All right. Nah, not sure. There we go. Let's go with that. All right. Poll question is going to be up in about 5 seconds here. You guys will see it. Get your votes in on if you guys like the Conor Garland trade. It's for a second and third rounder. There's no retention whatsoever on the deal, which is very, very important to mention. Absolutely no retention on the deal. The deal was going to be kicking in for 6 years at $6 million, man. So pretty significant. The Vancouver Canucks now, at this, I guess if you count the Sherwood trade, right? We got, from the Quinn Hughes trade, we got the first. Sherwood trade, we got 2 seconds, right? Myers trade, we got a second. Oh, and Myers, we got a fourth as well. And this trade, we got a second and third. The Vancouver Canucks are loading up on draft picks. Like, if you're a Vancouver Canucks fan who wanted to see this team officially rebuild, regardless if it's going to take 3, 4 years, 5 years plus, these are the type of deals you got to make. Could we have gotten more value for Garland? That's debatable. But the Sherwood deal, they did really good on. And Tyler Myers trade, they did really well on. And this one, I think they did perfectly fine considering the contract. Yes, Columbus Blue Jackets got Conor Garland. Is Foot gone? Nope, not yet. There's a chance in the offseason he might get let go, but we don't know for sure. It's obviously been a pretty tragic year for Vancouver in the standings. Yeah, Wu is gone. We loved Wu. He was a really good player for Abbey. Never could make that jump to the NHL consistently. That'll be Canuck captain curse. Make sure the Hronek's captain, then he'll get traded next deadline. At least we got Jack. Yeah, maybe. 2026 third round pick. Is that confirmed? Let's take a look. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, the Vancouver Canucks just officially. Here it is. Let's put it up on the screen right now. It is official. The Vancouver Canucks traded Conor Garland. We have no retention, apparently, for a 2028 second-round draft pick and a 2026 third-round pick. There is the official trade. Love this trade. We got out of the contract and some picks. We're on full. And you know what, man? If we maximize the cap space from this contract, if the Vancouver Canucks go and maximize the cap space we get saved in the next few years, sign some guys who can be flipped for 1 or 2 years, right? And get more draft capital. This is where the snowball effect kind of happens when it comes to these rebuilding teams and good organizations, what they do. Because that now Conor Garland, that it's not just second and third. You get that save the $6 million. You pick up a player that's say $1 or $2 million or 1 or 2 years long. He has a half decent year because he's going to get more opportunity for Vancouver. Then we flip him for another second or another third or another second and third. Now we're getting 2 seconds and 2 thirds. And that's how you stockpile the advantage of being a bad team who's trying to save cap. You have to weaponize that cap space. It's super important. I hope the Vancouver Canucks are going to go out and do that. I wanted that parental trade offer for Hronek. That would have been nasty. It got waived off, so I think Parenko wants to just stay there. Hronek's not being moved. Rick Dollywall's mentioned it many times that there is no chance Hronek's getting traded. The agent and also said there's no chance Hronek's getting traded. Tomorrow, you're probably looking at more Teddy Bluger, Drew O'Connor. Those are the type of guys you're probably looking at. The Canucks just put out the presser. Let's see what the Vancouver Canucks actually said about the trade. So let me see if there's any official word. Oh, here's some word. All right. This is from Don Waddell, the general manager of Columbus Bluejackets, on Conor Garland. Conor is a versatile player who brings great energy to the lineup every night, and we couldn't be more excited to welcome he and his family to the Columbus. He has tremendous character. He plays a reliable two-way game and will be an important part of our club now and in the future. So that's the general manager of Columbus. As of right now, the Vancouver Canucks have two firsts in the first round, 2 firsts in the second round, a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and 26, a first in 2027, 2 seconds in 2027, a third, 2 fourths in 2027, 5, 6, 7, and then in 28 they have a first rounder, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and 2 seconds, 1 third, and 2 fourths, and 5, 6, 7. So, man, the Vancouver Canucks are stockpiling draft picks. So happy. McDowell. No one called maybe unless for a guy like McDavid. Hey, thanks for the nice comment, man. Oh my God. Hey, man, thanks. Thanks, man. Oh my God. No, that's not the comment. Guy said, really appreciate the content. Man, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. If you guys are enjoying this content, drop a like on this and subscribe, man. I'd love to have you guys a part of the board. The Vancouver Canucks board here. It'd be great to join this community with us. We're a fun little bunch here. I don't know. I think we should fire Patrick and Jim. Well, it still potentially could happen, but it's not going to happen this year. Hronek isn't getting McDavid. No, he's not. I know. Are the Canucks stuck with Besser and Pettersson? Well, Brock Besser is an interesting one because there have been, again, reports that they were looking at and getting some interest for Brock Besser. But I do wonder if that is the Columbus Blue Jackets who were being interested in. They're going to choose either Garland or Besser. It looks like they went with Conor Garland. Apparently, the New York Islanders were also interested in Brock Besser. But it really does look like the Vancouver Canucks are finally embracing this trade deadline, which a lot of people were kind of nervous about. I was optimistic. I said in my post a little bit earlier, man, I just have a good feeling the management's going to come through. They're going to go and do some proper trades. It's going to be all right. I love the content. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. So late. I don't know. What am I implying is that he's not going anywhere. Doesn't want to go anywhere. Yeah, okay. I see. Do you like the second being in 2028? 2 seconds for 3 years in a row. Yes. It's very important to spread out draft picks. You don't want to draft absolutely everybody in the same year because when they go and actually sign these contracts, there's a very good chance that they're all going to line up together and then you're going to have to sign everybody together. If you stagger the contracts every single year and you draft players and you stagger, then you'll at least be able to sign them, kind of prepare, sign the next guy, prepare, sign next. Also, it gives you a steady value. You get steady, consistent value that maybe the Canucks want to right now trade up. Let's just say this draft, Ethan Belchez, for some reason, drops to 15. Boom. You go grab him. Maybe Malhotra drops. Boom. You move up. You do the Minnesota trade, second rounder, plus maybe another second rounder. You move up. Maybe you like a guy like a Novotny, right? Maybe Viggo Bjork drops because of his size. There's so many. Maybe Lawrence drops because of his NCAA production. You can move up in the draft. You can potentially move down in the draft, accumulate more, and then move up in the future drafts. There's a lot of options the Vancouver Canucks can go out and do. Very, very much so. I want picks for this year, not in a few years. It's going to be a long rebuild, not 2 or 3 years. Like I said, the thing is, Calvin, the Vancouver Canucks it wasn't going to be a 2 or 3 year future unless we absolutely hit. And these players, like if we get McKenna, if he turns into Celebrini, then sure, maybe we can fast forward a bit. But it's not likely. Celebrini is once every 10 years, right? Most likely, we're going to have to hit and nail all our draft picks for 3-4 years, and then you can see the growth. When you spread out the draft picks, that actually helps that growth because we're going to get consistent depth as well, moving up in the organization. It is definitely the smarter way of doing things than just having everything just in 1 year specifically. It's always important to keep that kind of pyramid kind of going, right? Now we're cooking. I feel like Peter will be happy with basically a new change of scenery and younger guys. Well, Pettersson's interesting. Apparently that PD is probably not going to get traded by the deadline. They're looking at the offseason if they go out and do this move. I've still been in the thought process of let's see if we get Gavin or McKenna. If we get one of those two guys, I say play them with Pettersson. I think his value would increase, or he's just going to stick around because he's going to play really well. I just don't know if we don't even have any centers to really make that deal. Unless you want to do a full reset of the court culture and the organization, then you can trade a guy like Pettersson. I say maybe wait a year, see how he does with Gavin and or Stenberg if we get lucky and win or get top 2 in this pick, and then we can go out and figure out what we're going to do with that. I think that would make a little bit more sense, but who knows? People need to chill with the EP40 trades. At minimum, waiting to see if his play of Stenberg. I agree. I love the content. Thank you so much, man. McDavid to the Canucks isn't that far-fetched, especially when he sees his position. Well, I think he's probably thinking, like, either he wants to go play somewhere warm, or maybe he's just going to go play with Celebrini. They seem to have an insane chemistry together. So just something. Headspace Hockey. Hey, Jacob, this is Swervin Irvin. What's up, Swervin? You got yourself a YouTube channel. Awesome, buddy. We'll see DuPont McKenna. Yeah, can you imagine next year? It's the DuPont sweepstakes, right? Apparently, he's very special of a hockey player, man. By the way, just to let you know, we have over 1,200 people on Twitter, and we have over 123 people on YouTube. Holy crap, the fans are out tonight. This is a ton of people hanging out here talking some Conor Garland late night trade. Some Canucks fans are going to wake up, or maybe the Eastern guys are going to wake up. It's like, what, 12:30 Eastern time right now. They're going to be like, what? Garland got traded? Yeah. Jenner would be a nice Canadian signing. Speaking of Columbus, and a good leader, good sign, need more moves, but seems low overall. It's mostly because he signed for 6 years. I think that's the biggest reason. Do you pick up some players tomorrow? Only if they're really young players or if they weaponize their cap space. That's the only way. So sick of this ass team. Well, we're in a rebuild right now, man. Like, we're gonna be awful. We're gonna be awful for a while. Like, I've already mentally prepared myself that we're gonna be terrible for a while. So, you know what? I just want to take the positive aspect of all this. We're getting a bunch of draft picks. The draft's going to be as fun as ever. It's going to be a good time, man. Like, if you're a Canucks fan, it's going to be awful to watch these games unless, like, something special happens with some of these draft picks. But it's going to be rough sledding for the next few years. But that's what a rebuild is, man. We got to go through the pain first. Just wish it was a second this year or next. We didn't get crap for Garland, says Vancouver Canucks. Pettersson gets more valuable the shorter his contract gets. Also, the higher goes. Ideal trade in 2 years. I agree, Settle. Garland's worth at least the first. Yeah, maybe. But in the cap space scenario with this specific contract, I see why they maybe could have. Maybe they could have held out and someone would have caved. Who knows, but I'm not sure. My new channel is supposed to go live at 10 p.m. for the first. Seems like bad timing. That's the way it happens sometimes, man. Management are geniuses. Buzzing. I'm okay with the trade. Garland is turning 30 in a week and about to be 6'6", no moon contract kicking in. Disney can't complain. Yeah, that's the way I'm taking it right now. All right, let's get to the poll question. What do you guys have here? I'm going to end the poll question right now. We have 60 votes. Let's see what the consensus says. Do you like the Conor Garland trade? Yes, 55%. No, 37%. Not sure, 8%. So it does seem that the majority do like the Conor Garland trade. So there you go. What do you guys think about that? Maybe tomorrow we're going to add a few seconds and thirds. Well, Teddy Bluger. So let me actually ask you guys in chat right now. All the people that are in here and all the people that are lurking, feel free to leave a message. What do you think Teddy Bluger is worth? And also, and just put Bluger's name first and then what you think. And what do you think Drew O'Connor is worth? Because you want to know what I'd like to see? I want to see them packaged together. I want to see Drew O'Connor and Teddy Bluger in a package for a first-round draft pick. I think together they could be worth a first. Separately, I think Drew O'Connor with his contract and considering how good he's been, minimum second rounder for him. Teddy Bluger, with some of the deals that have been made so far, I would be surprised if they don't get another center, or sorry, a second. But a couple of third rounders, I would be okay with. If we end tomorrow with a second and 2/3 for those two guys, I'm more than satisfied. More than satisfied. How the F do you get the same return as that Nick Dowd contract? That's the biggest reason, Unplugged. I feel like we're going to go out more, but it's better than doing no trade right now. And it's a 2028 second rounder. It's just a contract, man. It's a huge part of the deal. Huge. Unless you believe that Conor Garland was going to live up to that contract for the entire 6 years. But remember, we're rebuilding, right? To be stuck, not stuck, because Garland's a good player. I don't know, man. Like, I don't mind it. I'm not saying it's the greatest deal ever. I'm just saying I think it's a fair deal. I think it's exactly where I said it was going to be. I said this on stream yesterday. I said it was going to go for a second and third round draft pick or a second and second. So it's exactly what happened. The fact that they retained nothing on this deal is a big part of it. All right, let's get more to the comments here on Twitter. Let's see if the Vancouver Canucks have made anything else here. By the way, Rick Dollywall mentioned Conor Garland's agent, Judd Moldaver. I think I'm definitely butchering that name. Sorry. Helped facilitate the trade with the Vancouver Canucks. All was respectful and harmonious. Believe the agent and the Canucks were working with 4 teams to the very end with Conor Garland, Elias Pettersson, Hronek, Hoglander, and Teddy Bluger are the only players left on the Canucks roster who played in Game 7 versus the Oilers 2 years ago. Holy moly. By the way, there's another breaking trade. We have another breaking trade. Now, it's not really that breaking because there was heavily rumored, but now we know the full details of this trade. The Buffalo Sabres acquire Logan Stanley and Luke Schenn, 50% retained, to the Jets for Jacob Bryson, Isaac Rosen, 2027 second round draft pick, and a conditional 2026 fourth round draft pick, which is the better of the Buffalo or Edmonton. So Stanley and Luke Schenn are on the move to the Buffalo Sabres. That's an official trade now from the insiders there. So just a little extra little tidbit there for you guys. All right, let's go back to the comments. Rebuilds the Twins, though. Every man's man has failed us. I get it's a rebuild, but should have happened 10 years ago. Hey, man, I'm not arguing that, man. We should have been rebuilding ages ago. That year when Trevor Linden wanted to rebuild, I think that was the year we should have rebuilt, to be honest. This is what we wanted. All draft picks, all excited, and college signings. I'm up for it. I'm down for that, man. His cap won't hurt in the years coming with cap going up. Notice a lot of us wanted draft picks for this year, but due to explaining that pyramid, I don't mind it. Yep. That's the way, in my opinion, that's the way, just in my opinion. Hey, Calvin, hey, it's a win. Yeah, it's 55% of the people in here said it's a win and 8% not sure. So a majority of the people did say they do like this trade. How many picks do we have now to total? Well, let's bring it out. I'll bring this out for you guys right now. Give me 1 sec. I'll make it easier for you guys to see too. I'll make this easier for you guys. I wonder if they updated it yet. It looks like they did. Okay. All right. Here is the update of the draft kick situation for the Vancouver Canucks. Not going to read it all out again. Feel free to take a look. It is absolutely filled in. How nice is that to see? Trust me, guys, as a Canucks fan, as a Canucks fan, it's nice to see it filled in. I'm telling you, it's really nice to see it filled in. Maybe trading Bluejackets can take on a bad contract. Graves or Dumba from the Pens. Well, they should be weaponizing their cap space, that's for sure. Also clear some cap space, maybe take on a bad contract for a couple of picks or something more flexible before the deadline. Don't mind that. If all this to get Gardens, I think you'd get a lot less UFAs now. I do wonder about the aspect of trading someone about to go on a long-term deal. But the fact is they worked with Garland and his agent to go to a team that Garland wouldn't mind either. That's really respectful to do. Maybe it does affect value a bit. But, the fact that you have to do something like that. Because if you just trade him willy-nilly, didn't talk to him, blindsided him, after he's about to go on a 6-year deal, he wanted to stay in Vancouver, and instead he would be going somewhere else. If you did that, you're right, man. There would be a lot of UFAs, a lot of agents that would be saying, hey, don't work with Vancouver. But then again, money talks, right? They offer him an extra $1 million, then they'll talk to him anyway. So, is Vancouver making a play to throw a contract for Bedard? Oh, boy. Don't get me excited. Great name, by the way. Oh, man. This one kind of hurts. He's doing well. I think he's going to do really good there, man. Hey, Drippy, what's going on, brother? Blueger is underrated. He deserves a second. I'm happy with a third. Drew O'Connor, a second. Carlson, Tampa. Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a rumor going around that, Carlson or Tampa Bay Lightning were interested in Carlson. Another guy, he's not old, but he's getting, he's one of the older prospects we got. He just signed it's a 3-year? Was it a 3-year deal? Let me take a look here. He just signed, was it 2-year or 3-year? He signed, was it 2-year? I think it was a 2-year, right? 2-year deal, right? For 2.25. So, again, like if it's not directly in that window, but I say you keep him. If he plays really well next year, then you can flip him, right? You don't have to flip him now. You don't have to flip everybody now. You just have to reset the rebuild, right? And that's why a guy like Garland with his long contract, you had to go out and trade him. Or you didn't have to, but you probably should have. And then Tyler Myers, like that caught so many people off guard. When that first report hit, that Tyler Myers was potentially going to get traded, man. Like that blew a lot of people away, including myself. They did really well in that trade. I'll jump in a few minutes, but I've been gaming. I hope I don't sign some overpaid bums this offseason. I think the Canucks need to get some players that can be role models for the new young guys. Yeah, in the offseason, veterans are going to be important too. You need to sign guys who are not just veterans, but decent veterans that can play. You can overpay them a little bit. You don't give them any sort of no-trade clause protection. If they play well, they get flipped. That's simple. That's what you do in the rebuild. You turn 1 draft pick into 2 draft picks into 3, and you let that thing escalate. That's how you do it. As for long-term veterans, you should have some, and we are going to have some. Hronek's going to be sticking around. I don't think Brock Besser is going anywhere. He's probably going to be sticking around. And a lot of these young guys are going to have to learn. For Marcus Pettersson, I don't think he's going to be going anywhere, right? So he's going to stick around, and we still have Pettersson, which I don't know what you feel about him sticking around during this full culture reset. It's going to be interesting to see if he's going to be a part of it moving forward. But you're right. We need veterans to mentor these young guys, or else it's going to be just a really bad situation. Absolutely. Culture carriers are important too. Schenner was a tank for us. He sure was, man. He sure was. Thought the Jets were going to make another push for the playoffs. I guess that's right. Not now. Yeah, the Jets had a very surprisingly bad season this year. Decent strong vets in the offseason. Agreed. 1 or 2 year contracts only. I agree. 100%. Never seen it so low. Can't wait for the draft. Dude, I am so happy for the draft. I'm so thrilled, man. I can't wait. Already weaponizing cap space by holding PD for a couple years. Love the trade. Perfect. How many trades finally stalling? It looks like most of the comments are pretty happy now. How many seasons we traded out so far? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. If we don't get a first or second round picks this year, McKenna and Stenberg are off the table. Who's ideal? Keaton Verhoff is the guy that seems to be the consensus third overall pick right now. He's a 6'4", 17-year-old, near point per game NCAA prospect. And he's a right-handed defenseman. He plays like Seth Jones or Aaron Ekblad. He's going to be a long-time NHLer. Or if they might try to maybe trade down and get one of those wingers or two of those wingers, maybe even trade up and get a guy like Malhotra and get a really good winger or defenseman. Remember, there's a lot of really good Ds. There's Carrolls, there's Smiths, there's Reed, there's Lynn, there's, my God, man, Verhoff. There's just a lot of really good defense this year. You want to know what there isn't a lot of? Unfortunately, a lot of really good centers. Malhotra and Lawrence seem to be the top two guys. Viggo Bjork, if you're looking for a smaller guy with pure offensive talent. But, like, center-wise, there's really not that much there in this draft, unfortunately. But there's always diamonds in the rough. You never know, man. Sometimes you see drafts, they're not that great. Suddenly turn out great. Next year, we're going for Landon Dupont. We sure are, man. That kid's special. Like, that's a special, special player. How do offer sheets work? The Hawks have $60 million current cap space, so I don't think we're building their bid. No. But, what... Yeah, I don't know. I would need to do more research on the whole Bedard thing. I don't think it's realistic, but who knows? I'll have to do more research on it. Yeah, Kane Vera. Actually surprised Kane's still around. Yeah, it looks like no one wants Kane right now from the most recent reports. Nobody good makes free agency now. Anyways, there's some good centers next year. Not a bad consolation. Probably reminds me of Pietrangelo. And who's next? That's not the obvious trade. I'll say Hoglander, which is an interesting one because he's been playing a lot better recently. Or Marcus Pedersen. I think we'll be hearing more about that because he has a no movement clause, I believe. If we haven't heard anything about that yet and we're only 24 hours or less than 24 hours, I don't think that's going to happen. So, guys, I just want to say, first of all, drop a like, hit that sub. I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the Canucks season. And I hope you guys enjoyed this quick reaction video to the Vancouver Canucks trading Conor Garland. Again, 55% of the people in here seem to like the deal. 38% said, nope, they're not a big fan of the deal. 8% said they're not sure about the deal. But at the end of the day, the Vancouver Canucks have made now pretty significant trades now with Myers and Conor Garland. Both had term. And this kicks off the Vancouver Canucks rebuild. Tomorrow, trade deadline, I'm going to be at work. So don't expect any streams until after work for me. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. You guys have an awesome evening. And go Canucks, go. On to the trade deadline tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Adios.